morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And this morning I am doing my own thing. Yes, I'm going to share my own little personal haul that I got over the weekend, and also something I purchased from Dollar Tree. And from Dollar Tree I got 5 of these. So big I can't even get them in the camera, so turning it over, it's those old-fashioned candy jars that sit on their side, and you just take off the lid and you can get all your gubbins out. I've got my mixed fibres in there, but aren't they awesome? Fabulous size, in fact so big I'm going to measure it, because if you see these in your Dollar Tree you should grab them. Right, 7¼ inches, that's actually on its angle. And the width of the opening, the lid, just to give you an idea, is 5 inches in diameter. So take the lid off and put it down there, and you can see. Is that 5 inches in diameter? Or is my brain being gaggled? No, it is. It's 5 inches. 5 inches across. Isn't that awesome? So you can fill them with ribbons, buttons, bags of beads, whatever it is you want to stick in there. So 5 of those are now sitting on my shelf and are stuffed with ribbons. And I may even have to get some more, because I think putting your mini ink pads into one of those would be quite good, especially if it's odd little sets that you've picked up from Tuesday morning. I'm just going to move this out of the way. So yeah, really pleased with those for $1 each. And you could also make little snowy scenes inside of those for Christmas. You know, pop a few little what do you call them, those like fairy garden type miniatures in there, like little snowmen and stuff, and that could look really sweet. And you could decorate the lid. Right, back to my thing, my haul, and doing my own thing. I got myself a Birdie Nest because I just thought it was lovely and detailed, and I got myself the eggs that would match it, and I did manage to make something using those two, and I will measure the nest just in case you quite like it for yourself. It's just over 2¾ inches wide, and I made myself a vintage tag. Those are scraps of paper from yesterday when we did the mermaid scene. See how close we can get. And I used walnut distress ink because it was still on my desk. I used a little bit of the fibres there that you just saw in my big Dollar Tree pot. I used a really old stamp that would give me the nest and the eggs and the twigs. And then I used one of my favourite stamps, which is a ladybug. And I used my Posca paint pens to do that. Just like I showed you, I think it was last week, wasn't it, when we did the vintage film strip. So I made myself a tag, and then I used some of my Aliexpress black satin ribbon. Right, so that was my first one. Pop that over there. And then I got jumbo sequins. Look at those. Aren't they glorious? Lovely, lovely sequins. And the biggest one is it's almost 1¾ inches across. Yeah, just a fraction under 1¾ inches across. And I did, if I can pick some bits out of the way here, cut them out just very roughly, just to show you the bits that you get. Whoops, and there's another bit, and there's an octagonal bit that come out, and then this I just, you can do it flat or you can push it through, but I just thought those were really, really cool. Absolutely love those, and a fabulous size. So that's my little rough cut of that bit. And then I got myself these two, which are like little birch tree twiggy frames, because they're just perfect for anything. Little birds, Christmas wreaths, whatever it is you want to do. And I think, I'm not sure, I usually keep an envelope at my side. Hang on a minute. That I may have, just go mooching around in here. may not be in this one actually. Whenever I get myself something, I try to keep it in an envelope until I've at least used it, and then I put them in their respective boxes. But I don't think I've got it in here. But last year I did buy myself the larger round version of this that comes with some leaves, and I just thought they would all, you know, sort of go together to make a nice set. So next up I got myself paintbrushes, and I'm looking for something else under here. Yeah, and ink or paint splats. Look at the size of those. That one's cut up because I've made one, but I am going to measure them. This one is the widest one, but I think this one or this one is the longest one. But look at the details in those. I just thought they were absolutely gorgeous. So let me measure the length of this one if you like them. That's just over 4 3/4 inches long. And you know, you can get those altered paintbrushes. Try Googling them so you don't just have to sort of like have a paintbrush. That's 4 1/4. And if I flip it over so I can fully see the back of it, that's just over 2 inches wide because it comes out a bit up there. But you can do altered paintbrushes and make them look pretty and pop them on a card or on a journal page. But this is how I did mine. Can you see my paint? Isn't it lovely? It's my little birdie pearl drops in red that I've got in my squirty bottle. And there they are, all thick and drippy. And you could, of course, just cut yourself one in white, dip it in some paint, drag it along the length of your card, and then cut yourself a nice brush and rest it on your paint drip. And there goes Bo barking, bless him. So really, really love that. And like I say, altered paintbrushes, do a Google search on them, because if you've got like 2 or 3 going along a slim line, you can decorate them with leaves and flowers, and you can sort of paint splatter the handles and just make them look really, really cool. So that's what I got out of that set. And then I didn't cut these out, but they're gorgeous little teeny tiny mushrooms. I got myself this. This one's sold out. They only had a couple. And what it is a little miniature seed packet. And it cuts out a sort of like faux envelope flap and front. And then it mounts onto here. And then you've got that little, I think it's a pomegranate. Get that word out right. And you pop that onto there as like a little label. Or you've got another little label where you can put your 2 little sprigs of herbs. So, you know, in a garden theme or something like that. I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. But that is sold out. Right, next up, me and my cupcakes. Oh yes, I got myself another one. Can't live without cupcakes, but I love the sentiment in this, which is sweet. And as you can see, you've got your embossed part here where you attach it to, and you've got a little strawberry and a strawberry top. And I'm really looking forward to making that. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what it is, you know, my fascination for cupcakes, cakes and pies. And talking about pies, I'll show you a couple that I haven't made yet. Right, so I've got apples. This was from the same seller, and I think there may be 1 or 2 of those left, I'm not sure, that did the seed packet. So that cuts an apple label, and then you've got separate little apples, which are really, really cute. And of course, great for autumn and Thanksgiving, summer. And I got myself more apples, and this is a set of 3. And I think the stems and the leaves, yeah, they do. They cut out separately so that you can place those on top. But I just thought, you know, as I'm going appley, that's a different style of apple. But I do have sort of like little collections of things. And then I did myself a Swaggy Banner. And I like that because it cuts out a frame and it cuts out a solid. And you can swag that along your card or your tags. So I cut a couple out there, different colours, so that you can see. You can just loop them over and decorate. So you could have one, well, you could have two going like that, and then one across the top, and then you could have all your like your balloons and your happy birthday sentiment and stuff. So really simple and really sweet, and I like that. So I treated myself to that, and then I got myself some tiny little bunny charms, which are really, really cute. And I have just finished designing a load of card charms. These ones are an inch and a quarter. So those are tiny little rabbits, and I did cut some out so that you can see. And if I get them the right way around here, up in my hand, I've threaded them up on some baker's twine, and you can just, you know, sort of glue them down when you've got them right. Put them down flat, it might be better. There you go. Now I've got that bag stuck up in the air. Get rid of that piece. But I hope you can see that. Just teeny tiny little paper charms. And I do love paper charms. And I've got a couple that I can pop in my hand and show you. So there they are, tiny little bunnies. So I've got bunny charms, and I've got heart charms, and I've also got mixed seasonal charms. You've got a little birdhouse, acorn, Santa, there's a car, a Santa hat, a butterfly, a bird, a snowflake, and a Christmas lantern. So those are really, really cute. I mean, you can add your own colouring and details to them, or just leave them plain. I quite like leaving them plain, and they look gorgeous cut in gold foil and just a little bit on your baker's twine when you pop it on a tag or a card. But as I said, I've just finished designing a huge range of paper charms, and they should be out, I think, next month. Right, digressing further, what else did I get up to? Wow, pies. And I did try my best to put them together so that I could just basically show you how my brain works. So here's a pie that I got last year, and I think it just says pie. And you've got the pie crust, and you've got the lid, and you've got the lattice, and then you've got the frilly bit. But it can be a pumpkin pie, or a cherry pie, a lemon meringue, or it can be an apple pie. And then you've got your whippy cream and your hearts. And you've also got holly, so you can make a Christmas pie. And then there was this one that I got last week, which is just hearts and a pie crust and sweetie pie on there. So there's a couple of pies, and I've also got another couple of pies and a slice of pie in one of my boxes. So, you know, it's kind of, it's a weird seasonal thing with me. But anyway, that's what I got for you today. So I was just sharing my little haul, and I thank you so much for watching. If there's any of this still available, I will link below. You have an absolutely awesome day, and I'm up tomorrow with MX Art. Bye.